everybody. Welcome to another in our series of interviews with some inspirational women from all across different parts of the construction industry. And I'm delighted to be joined today by Alison Nicholl, who's Head of Constructing Excellence. Ali, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Liz, for having me. Really pleased to be here.
Can you tell me more then? Tell me more about your role in Constructing Excellence. Tell me what you're doing. And in particular, I'd love to know something, something really big and interesting that you're working on right now.
Constructing Excellence is a movement that brings together people from all across the construction sector who want to drive positive change in the sector. We've been going for, I think 20 years. I got involved when Constructing Excellence nationally joined BRE back in 2016.
Yeah.
What Constructing Excellence does is it brings people together who really want to make a positive contribution to the sector and want to understand the perspectives of others and understand how working together we can unlock better outcomes. So we're founded in the principles of collaboration, and our mission is to transform how the industry delivers and to drive better outcomes for the sector, increase digitalization, increase the use of PMV and standardization, and really look at how we can deliver those better outcomes for the users of the built environment. Linked to that, one of the big things that I've been working on lately has been supporting the Value Toolkit. We've been working with the Construction Innovation Hub on two elements of the Value Toolkit, looking at the market readiness, so the industry response. How can we make sure that this lands correctly? The supply chain who are going to deliver it, and also through our regional partnership we've been looking at what the regional value profiles might look like.
I'm really interested in that idea of value profile. What is that, Ali?
So value profiles have been designed as part of the Value Toolkit, and they're one of the starting points there, where a client takes a series of value indicators across four capitals, and those are then weighted so that everyone on the project understands the outcomes and the value that clients are ultimately looking from this asset.
Obviously, Constructing Excellence is, you're all about change. You're all about improving the industry for the better. And I guess this is a very hard question because you're active on so many different fronts in terms of progressing change in the industry. But if I had to push you really hard to choose one thing to change, particularly post-COVID, I guess, where our environment feels so different, what is the one thing that you want to see changed in the industry?
As you say, there are so many things that we need to change in this industry. And I think there are a lot of things that are quite technical changes that can be made, but the more difficult one, and the one that will actually really change us and unlock all of the great innovation, etc., that we need, is culture. And that is a really difficult one to change. We work with Generation for Change, which is a early entrance to the industry movement, where you've got young people and they're not going to put up with the kind of culture that has been the norm for many years. And I think the culture that we need to change is one where we're open, where we're transparent, and we share and collaborate effectively. And collaboration has been talked about for many years, but I think unless we truly are open and respectful of each other, respectful of ideas, no matter where they come from, and listen to people based on being people rather than, based,
Yeah, not just about their status, is it? It's about being open to ideas from all corners of the industry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All corners of the industry, outside the industry.
Yeah.
And people, no matter what their role is, can bring new ideas and innovation. And we need to be open to embracing that. And I think there's a culture sometimes where people don't want to embrace because they're not incentivized to embrace new ways of working or new ways of thinking, or they're close to it because they've just got, they're under too much pressure as it is.
One of the questions I'm asking everyone, Annie, in these interviews, and it's been very much inspired by International Women's Day, and they had a campaign where they called it Choose to Challenge. And the question I've been asking all the women I've been talking to is what it is that you will choose to challenge this year.
There are so many things to be challenged, but I think one of the things that keeps cropping up is around microaggressions. So people behaving in a way that they don't even realize alienates women, people from other cultures, etc. You know, and just pointing it out to them. Challenge is probably quite a strong word, but just trying to find a way to gently say that that's not very inclusive. So, you know, and there's so many of these examples where, you know, you feel left out because the tone, the terminology, etc., doesn't engage and include women. And people don't mean it's not done with malice. It's just because that's the way things have been done in that in the environment that we work in for so long. But you know, we've got a skills shortage, we've got a people shortage, we're trying to attract new people in, and we've got to retain them. So we've got to create that inclusive environment, and challenging those kinds of micro level, low level things, I think will really help us to achieve that.
Ali, thank you so much. That was a fascinating discussion. I know we could have talked for so much longer, but thank you very much for your views and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me along.